And all I need you to do is tell me, hell yeah, that makes sense, or no, it doesn't. So the first thing that ended up happening is he comes over there, this person, the Steven person, comes over there with you, and he does like this. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna show you. Sorry, excuse my shorts. They're very short. So he gets up. He like walks behind you, and he goes like this. And he comes up and he like, let's say your shoulders are right here, and he goes, hey, like grabs one like that, like hey, like that. And so he almost reminds me of like Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean, the way he walks around. It's funny, like that. And so then he comes over here and he says, he says like best friend, like sister, but it's weird because there's also like this feeling of like, ooh, that goes along with this as well. And so I'm like, that's why I go, ooh, because that's a very distinct feeling. Okay. And you get it like here. And hold on, he shows me. He just made a joke of like, maybe I'd be a couple drunk a few times or something like that. Like just having like a funny moment. That's what I laughed about. Hold on. All seriousness. I love her. Oh, you do. Oh, hold on. It's interesting. He almost feels like he's very intellectual, and he says like you're too good for him in a way, which is interesting. Like he's like a theoretical talking, thinking person. He's hold on. You feel like almost like in a way he was the only one that could really make you laugh or like make you like have like these moments underneath it. Hold on. Got very he has you getting, I know you said friends, but he has you getting a lot closer to him than that. Like he has you like coming up and like this and then laying right here, and then he's comfortable but in himself, but then he also worries about him physically, and he says like, oh, I don't have the best muscles, and you're like, oh no, I don't care. So it's like almost like this weird like best friend, but then also more to this, and so it's just kind of intriguing. Hold on, I want to ask him. We'll make sense of that in a second. Hang on. What he just said, I don't know if he's smoking pot or a cigarette. And because he goes like this, and he goes, fuck. And he like throws it down. And I'm like, all right, what are we yelling fuck about? What is this about? Hold on. He's making fun of me, saying that he could get down with like nicer stuff. He could get down with like a salad. He could get down with this. I have no idea. He's talking like over a white linen cloth table with silverware, and we're having a conversation. This is weird. I've never had this before. I'm asking him what happened to him. Hold on. Nobody got a chance to say goodbye. Nobody got nothing. I'm dead, That's what he says. Hang on. He says brain dead. But I feel like he died more like that. So it doesn't make any sense. I'm asking him, tell me more. Hold on. He makes me feel really, really dizzy. He makes me feel, would he like drive drunk or high a lot or something? Oh, okay. This is what he did. He just showed me, he's like a wheel, like driving, and he goes, like that. And I'm like, oh, okay. He doesn't care that he passed. He doesn't care that he passed. Hold on. Which is interesting. That's complacency. And so I'm trying to figure out why. Hold on. I'm sitting down. I'm talking to him in a car. He makes me feel nauseous. Hold on. I'm just walking you through what he's doing. he slumps over. Was he like intoxicated when he ended up passing? Did he have stuff in his system? Yeah. Okay. Because he makes him slump over. He turns himself blue or like that color. And then he makes me feel super nauseous and dizzy, which means some form of intoxication. He says he could be a tragic poet. He's so emo in my head. Hold on. Like he has like a little piece of like coal and he's like writing on a notepad, like all of these ideas. And I'm like, I don't know what you're doing, but I'm here for you. This is a very interesting person. Hold on. Calls people. He thinks like people that are fake, like fake musicians, he thinks are stupid. He has a lot of opinions about people. He literally said this. He's talking about some guy that I've seen on like TikTok that does like emo music or band or screamo. And he says, man, just like jokes about it. And I'm like, that's a terrible word to say. And he's talking about, oh, they don't make sense. They're fake. What are you talking about? And I'm like, oh my God, sir. And hold on. He says, died the way I was in, died the way I came out. Did he have like some sort of overdose or something? What happened with him?
No, he took his life.
He did take his life. Okay, cool. It's weird. He's just showing himself powering down and he's blue and he's intoxicated and he doesn't care. He's over it. So that would be definitely a very big suicidal thing because of how he just doesn't care that he was dead or alive. He was done. It's almost like that melancholiness that goes along with it. Hold on, let me ask him. Stop. He goes, hold on. What did you do? I'm wondering if he thought about it multiple times. I'm wondering if he ended up, hold on. He ended up shooting himself? Yeah. Okay. I ask him, I go, what'd you do? What did you do? He says, well, and he makes me feel, he says, that's too hard. He goes, and a big guy like me, he's like, can't use dental floss. And I was like, I don't know how big you are, whatever it is. And he said, no, I took the other way. And I said, well, what type of way was that? And she's talking about this and how it just knocks the breath out of you. Like, that's what it's. I was like, great. I was like, where'd you do it? And he shows, yeah. Hold on. I have a painting over here. It says all things work together for those who love God. And he laughed at it in my head. Was he an atheist?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. He goes like this. I was literally right there. He goes, all things work together for those who love God. Hey, it is real like that. Like he's just joking about it. And I'm like, okay, I got you. Hold on. You knew something I didn't know, he is funny. Hold on. He says he can do a lot more for you than you know. He can have a lot more help for you than you know. And he's talking about how you're like, I love you. I love you. I love you. Like you're always saying these nice, gushy things. And like, he's a little bit more ornery. He's a little bit more rough around the edges. This guy is somebody that would have been my really good friend in high school. Like just the way he feels is, hold on. What? Was he like 27 or 28?
He was just barely 29. He would have been 29. Yeah.
He would have been. Okay, cool. I go, how old are you, dude? He goes, I look like an old man. I was like, no, you are not. I said, the way that you act, I said, you are not early 20s. I said, you have to be late. And he says, well, I'm not as old as you. And I was like, oh, well, thanks. I'm 34. And I was like, huh. And so he shows me like this late 20s thing, but like right at the edge. Is he like a November baby or December baby by chance, or somebody in November or December?
His best friend was November.
November. Okay. Because he says this, he goes, so I'm in November, I'm a Scorpio. And he says, oh, I like those Scorpio people. I like those. And I said, why? And he says, got a friend, or I got a, and he puts it that he owns this, or it's like around him. Hold on. Did y'all end up having like a romantic relationship in the end?
I was his best friend's girlfriend. We're kind of starting again, me and his best friend, sort of.
Oh, you are okay. He loves you. He thinks that you are cute. He thinks that you are. He says, tell him to not be so stupid this time. I don't know what's going on with that, but we got to get into that. Hold on. I think that he hangs out with you because you have like this intense vibe about you underneath, that you could feel him or experience him in some sort of way, or maybe you can hear him in your head, and he likes that he can do that. And he's talking about how the friend is, I'm getting a kick out of that atheist thing. That's funny. I'm sorry. He just brought that. He's like making fun of it in my head again. And I'm like, stop it. I got to say about it. Was your boyfriend, was he like hardcore into alcohol or something like that for a while? Was he having? Okay. He does this. And I said, what about that? And he says, he has to stop it. Stop it. I said, okay. He said, hold on, stop. Okay, did the best friend get a tattoo for him? Did the best friend end up getting one, but like it's not big enough and it's just like symbolism or something of it? Did he get it on his arm?
I'm not sure. I have one for him.
You have one for him. Oh, okay. You have one for him. Okay. He goes like this. He goes, you see, they got a tattoo for me. And I said, okay, cool. He's like, it's words or blah, blah, blah. He's like, you know what we need? He goes, we need more of like my name or my this. And he says, less art, less all like the pretty little frilly stuff. Why don't we just do it? Bah, Steven. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. That's up with y'all. Hold on. Midwest. Wait, where are y'all at? Where's he from?
Utah.
Shut up. Really? So, right. Okay. Oh, how weird. Okay. I go, where are you from? Cause in my head, he feels like his type of grunge that he feels like he would be from like Connecticut or Vermont. He goes, no. He's like that, like Middle West charm, like right over there, plain. And I was like, oh, okay. He said he had a fucked up childhood. Your mom did. I don't know if you watched your mom get beat. I don't even know about that. That's a whole nother thing that we don't need to go into. Hold on. I want to ask him a couple more questions for you, for the friend. Hang on. Is it like 2 years? It's about to be 3 years for him since he passed. How long ago has this been now?
Actually, 1 year ago on Saturday.
On Saturday. Okay. He goes like this. I said, how long have you been gone? How was this? And he goes, whoa, he's like, seems like a couple of years. Seems like it's been a while. I was like, okay. And then he talks about an anniversary date. And I'm like, maybe that's just coming up then. But no, it's because it's a single year coming up. I don't want to tell you that I'm stuck, but I'm stuck. That's what he said. Day after day, the monotony. Hold on. Play all the music you want for me. Yeah, I can hear it. Weird. He keeps taking a drag on like a cigarette over. Was he a heavy smoker? Did he do that all the time? Okay. He's talking about like sitting in, he's showing me the monotony of his day. he's showing me about how people are always like, I'm going to play music for you. I'm going to do this. And he's like, yeah. And then he's talking about like driving with somebody, like either with you or with the best friend, and he's sitting on the passenger side of the car and he has the window rolled down and you can see the air and he's like, just like driving with people. Like he's like, yeah, I'm here. You have a dog right now at home?
Yeah, sort of. Yeah.
Weird. No, only reason, so he's talking about, the only person that I see is the dog. That's why, like that he talks to. Hold on.
His best friend's dog passed.
Oh, did he really? Okay. Was that dog, hold on. Did y'all get it cremated?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay. I asked him, I go, so where's the dog? What is that? And he's talking about, he literally like talks about this animal. I said, well, where is that? He says, well, they have, the ashes. I have the dog. I go, oh, okay. So it was cremated. He says, hold on. So that dog was his best friend. That was the buddy. That was like the love of the life. Like that was the whole thing. Okay. I go, so how close were they? How old was the dog? Oh man, that was like his best friend. That was like his buddy. That was like, hold on. Can't comfort a man in his hour of need when his dog dies. That's what he says. So it's like maybe the best friend is not coping with the passing of the animal very well. He had that dog since it was a puppy. He bought it as a puppy.
He rescued him when he was young. Yeah.
When he was little. Okay. He's talking about them growing up together. He says that. Don't do a husky. Please don't. Hold on. Wait, what? I want his best friend. I want your boyfriend to watch out for a lot of stomach problems and like ulcers or like Crohn's or something like that with his tummy. I have no idea why. I know that's random. You don't hear a whole lot of men doing that, but maybe he ends up getting bleeding in his stomach, or maybe he ends up having a lot of like hard stuff going on with his tummy. I don't know. Just have him watch, because he's not that old. He's not old at all. But I feel like he may have some problems. So I need him to like treat his gut really, really well down the line. We're not dying from it, but what can happen is like, especially because he can get, he'll mask the pain and then he'll try to like compensate because of his frustration or something down the line. And I just want him to watch out, like be healthier. Okay. Okay. Hang on. Hold on. She's great. She's great. I can't say anything wrong. That's what he says. Except for I wish I could gotten to spend more time and to tell him to stop being such a something head. I was like, oh, okay. Says, he says he wishes he could take it back. He wishes he could take it back. You couldn't have talked me out of it, though. He says nobody could have talked him out of it, though. Fucked up. That's what he says. Wow, I like this guy. He's very real. He's very intense. He's very upfront. He's super smart. He is, I would almost say, like a creative genius. He could be, in a way, all the way. And I'm not saying he has this, but the way that he feels like somebody that would be on like high functioning autistic. Not saying that he is, but he has like that very creative, intense, driven, like personality about him that's quirky. It's very quirky. He comes up to you and he goes like this. He goes, so I'm thinking maybe you'll feel him touch your hair ever so often or something. That might be a thing down the line. Did him and the best friend, did they used to play and sing in a band together or something?
They were rappers.
Shut the front door. Are you serious? He goes like this. I go, so what do you do? He goes, oh, I'm going to come up and do this to her. And I go, oh, okay, well, what else? And he has me with him going like, bop, just like moving their mouths. So I'm like, maybe they sing, maybe they rap. But it's like, there's a deep beat to it. Is his stuff on YouTube?
There's a song on YouTube. Yeah.
Can you tell me what it is? He goes like this. I go, is your stuff? I said, was it produced? Like, did people have it out? Did you keep it to yourself? He goes, oh, there's a song on YouTube. There's a song on YouTube. I was like, oh, okay. He was like, tell her you'll see it. He's like, I don't think it's that great. He's like some dark shit. I'm like, oh, okay. So it's darker. Yeah, so I want to listen to it. What do you know what it is? That way I could look at it later. That'd be very interesting. What is it?
It's called Ink Blots.
Oh,
and it's by Prodigal.
Prodigal. Okay, I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna do that later. It's interesting. I have channeled a couple of rappers before, or like into that area, and there's something about later on, like the wife or the brother or the best friend, they'll let me, and I turn it on, and I get the craziest feelings and like the craziest visions when I'm listening to it. It's like this is like a thing, like a feeling thing. Hold on, I want to ask him a couple of more things. Hang on. Somebody just said, be careful with fentanyl. I don't know what that's for. I'm just going to leave that there. He says, man, be careful with that fentanyl. And I was like, I don't know if that's for you. I don't think it's for you. It's for somebody going on. So maybe like if we do drugs in the future or something, make sure it's clean, because yeah, that'd be the best way. Hold on. He said, okay. Was there ever a joke about him getting his nipples pierced or something?
I'm not sure, but all of them have like a burn right above their nipple. For all those close friends.
What? What is that? Okay. What did they do? Was it a cigarette or what?
Yeah.
Oh my God, stop. Okay, this is what he did. He goes, oh, I've never had that before in my life. I said, so is there anything else, you want to know that you want to talk about? He says, he goes, I got shit all over my body. I got it all over. I was like, oh, really? He was like, yeah. He's like, but I'm not going to do anything like weird, like pierce my nipples or anything. But he goes, but I got some shit, it hurt. It hurt like that. And that's why I was like, did we pierce our nipples? Like, what is that? Okay, it's because of that. I've never had that before. I was never rich, but I was doing all right. I was doing well. That's what he says. I think that he was trying to make it. I don't think he was doing as well as he thought he was doing. I think that he's talking about rolling up money, and then he goes like this and like hands it to somebody. So maybe he's just spending it on frivolous things, or like things that, almost like drinking or something. He was just giving it away. The life is rough. He says, tell him I love him. And I'm here for you. And he does that, but he does it to the friend. He says, oh no. Was like a group of friends, was it like 2 white guys and a black guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was also a Hispanic guy as well.
Okay, so this is what he said. I said, so what about the group? I said, who else is here? Who else would you want to see? And he says, oh, we're all like lighter complected. Boo, boo, boo. He was like, and then we have like this African-American guy. He's like, oh, but he's cool. He's like, we got to have this in here. And I was like, oh my God, stop. And it was like, I was always a token white girl in my band, because everybody else, we all were in a Spanish band. And hold on. Is some of the people who's becoming a daddy and shit, did somebody have kids, or did somebody have a kid like that's in that group?
My sister's husband, they have kids.
I have kids. Okay. He goes, I'm going to watch him. I'm going to watch him. I said, why? He says, we got to grow up. We all got to grow up and stuff, And I said, well, why? He says, man, becoming like dads and shit, like daddy, And I was like, okay.
Oh, he had a son before he passed.
He did have becoming a daddy. Really?
Yeah. We're not sure it's his, but
I think it is. I think it is. Definitely. Hold on. He says, go get that test thing. It'll be positive. They can do the test. It'll be positive. Let me know when that comes up if you do it. Okay. So, I mean, for right now, oh my God, I love this person. I wish I could be here for an hour with you. So I want you to do a couple of things right now. If you have any questions or if your boyfriend has any questions, just email me. Okay. If you need me again, email me. This guy is good. He's not in heaven, but he does hang around. He's much more physical. He can hear what y'all do. He's still in his body. Does he regret it a little bit? Yeah, he does, but he's very melancholy. He's not bad. He'd be somebody like he's sitting on my couch in my head right now. I have no idea. He's just like that, just like laid back. He loves you, and that's coming from the highest area. He thinks you're cute. He thinks you're very attractive, but he doesn't cross boundaries. That's what he says. He loves his friend. He has the dog. So he knows all about that. So just keep trucking along. And man, I will send you the recording tomorrow. And like I said, seriously, if you ever have any questions, just hit me up. Okay. But I love you and thank you for letting me read him. I hope this helps. Do you have any questions at all for me at all or anything?
No, I just wanted to know he was okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's okay. He is funny and coy and that I will be talking about on live. That was the first thing with the God thing. That was great. So I love you. Yeah. Just let me know, Kinsey, if you need me. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Anytime, baby. Bye, hun.